had this idea. I don't know if it's a great idea or what, but I want to try it. I'm going to use $20. I'm going into Walmart. I'm buying one rotisserie chicken, and I'm going to see how many meals I can get with the chicken and the $20. And that chicken is actually included in the $20. So wish me luck. I'm going in. Here we go. Wally World. So let's get the chicken first before they all disappear. And they are $4.50, and there's a big one for $7.97. I wonder if I could include the big one in my budget. Let's see here. It's a big bird. Big bird. Alright, so I decided to go ahead and get the smaller one since it's just two of us. We're going to go ahead and roll with that. Alright, so the spring mix is on sale for $1.55. I'm actually going to grab that because that's what I wanted. And it stays, you know, keeps me down low on that budget. So I'm going to go ahead and get that. But if I was going to get just a head of lettuce, they are $1.48 right there. So it would still keep me. It's within a few cents. Okay, so I'm going to need a lime. I don't see any avocados. That makes me sad. But I need one lime, and they are 38 cents. All right, so let's see what tortillas they've got over here. They have more over on the other aisle over there, but let's see what they got here. There's 8 flour tortillas in there, and they are $1.78. I think that probably is going to be my cheapest. There's those, but they're smaller, and I want burrito size, so we're going to roll it up. Alright, so I need celery, so I'm going to get the cheapest they have, which what I see so far is $1.48. So I just get a pretty one, and I can use it actually for 2 of the meals, so that'll work. Okay, so, fell down. Alright, I am in the frozen section now, and I'm looking for noodles or dumplings or something along those lines, and I think I just found it. True story. Okay, so the price of pre-made noodles or dumplings is going to put me over my budget quite a bit, so I'm going to just show you how to do it from scratch with flour. It's easy, anybody can do it. Flour and water. Alright, so it goes against every bit of my raisin, but in order to keep it under the $20 mark, or $20 and under, I'm going to have to do that. I want that, but I won't do that. Alright, let's find some cheap relish or cheap pickles for the chicken salad. See what we got here. Well, that's good enough. 98 cents for the dill. Pretty big jar. We're going to roll with that. So I'm going to grab some salsa. This one is $1.38. See if I can find any that's cheaper. There's some for 98 cents. And it's this one, and it's bigger. And that's what we're going to roll with. Alright, so let's get a taco seasoning. Here is mild. It is 34 cents. Let's get that. I'm going to need that for those pinto beans. Walmart did not have any avocados. I don't know, is there an avocado shortage? There might be. Crazier things have happened. But I am under budget. I spent $18.19 and I need an avocado. So I'm going to go into Food Lion and get an avocado and maybe some cilantro. It depends on what their prices are right now, but I'm still trying to stay below that $20 mark. Alright, y'all, there is a quick overview. $19.10. And like I said, that includes the bird. 3 meals for 2 people. I would do a different kind of budget, but I've only got 2 people that I cook for, so I have to do, you know, what I have at home. I got the spring mix, like I showed you. It was on sale for $1.55. If it hadn't been, I would have just got straight up lettuce. But since we like it, and it was on sale, there you go. The flour tortillas, the Gouda cheese, which is for 2 of the meals, taco seasoning, the lime, the Food Line avocado, onion, dill relish, great value mayonnaise, Lord help us all, the thick and chunky, that's a pretty good deal for that, all-purpose flour, bird, pintos, and celery. So let's see how I put all this together. 3 nights, 3 meals for 2 people for 20 bucks. Alright, we're going to start out with recipe number 1 because we are wanting a little bit of something light tonight. I'm going to take this bird out of here. Hello, bird. And I just want to get a little bit of the breast for this chicken salad. Actually, I'm going to try to do it while leaving it in here so I don't lose all those juices. Let me see. I don't need a whole lot because I'm just making a couple of wraps. So let me just get this breast meat off of here. Alright, so I removed the bottom parts of the celery because I don't really need it, because I got a whole thing of celery because it was the cheapest. A whole big, you know, what's it called? Stalk, head. That. I got the whole thing. And I only need some of that also for the other recipe. So I'm going to keep these and put them in the freezer in my bag that I keep for stock. I make stock, I'd say probably quarterly throughout the year, about every 3 months or so. When I get enough stuff in the freezer to make a batch of it. But I'm going to hold on to these leaves too, because there's a lot of flavor in there. Hold on to them. Alright, let me wash these guys real quick. I'm washing them. I'm washing them. I'm washing my veggies. No need for hate mail. There you go. Good and clean. Oh, and the onion too. There is onion in all 3 of the recipes. So I got the bigger one. And I'm only going to use, what, I don't even know, 1/8 of it? Not even a third, not even, an eighth. I hate fractions. Alright, in the freezer with that. In the fridge with this. I have some really cheap, sorry plastic wrap. Anyway, wrap that up best I could. Save that guy for later. Save that guy for later. Do you know what that's from? Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Alright, freebies. Salt, pepper, anything you've got in your cabinet that you've had for, you know, 3 months, where you made Aunt Mary's spaghetti sauce, and, you know, you have, well, that's a lot of salt, and you have, you know, extra oregano or basil or thyme or dill or anything like that that's already in your cabinet is a freebie, but I'm not going to use any freebies today except salt and pepper. And I got the dill relish. Pop. That is so satisfying. I'm going to mix in some relish and some, well, it ain't Duke's, y'all. Give it a try. See if it needs any salt, pepper, or any of the freebies that you're adding. That'll work. That'll work. But I want it to sit here and kind of get happy together. Where's my plastic wrap? Alright, you know what? There you go. 10 minutes. Alright, so here is the Gouda that I bought and my new grater. Isn't it cool? Look, hold on. See that part there? Isn't that neat? Oh, wait, it's got something on it. Okay, now we're good. Ta-da! Alright. I'm going to shred about half of that Gouda because that goes on there too. Oh, and I am doing this on the counter. If you don't want to do it on your counter, then don't. Alright, lettuce. Any kind of lettuce. Remember what I said, if this hadn't been on sale, I would have gotten a straight up lettuce. But it was only like 10 cents difference, I think. I don't know, I have to go back and watch. Alright, so that right on there. And then some of your chicken salad, which is really good, by the way. Some of that cheese right down the center. And then fold your wrap. Just go in with the side about so. Flip it. Pull it back. Pinch. And roll. And there's your wrap. Just like that. Let me make these other two. I think we're going to have 1.5 apiece. That's really about all we need anyway. Now this one, since we're splitting it, let me show you how to fold it where you can cut it in half. So we're going to have this like so, and then some more of that chicken salad, as much as you want. And some more of that cheese. Kind of spread it out. Alright, now come in with the sides. Fold them the same way you would have the one side. Flip it. Pull it. Pinch. Pinch. And roll. And that's a sealed burrito. That's how you do like a grilled Mexican burrito. You want the sides to be sealed. Those sides are not going to come apart. That's all there is to it. They're just not. Alright, so we got 1.5 apiece here. And that, my friends, is dinner tonight. Alright, day number 2, recipe number 2. I've got those pinto beans. It's 1 pound, and I am using half of it. Now, I'm not using half of it just, you know, to save money or anything such as that. I'm using half of them because we just don't eat a whole pound of beans anymore. There's only 2 of us here. But, you know, if you want the whole bag, just use the whole bag and do the same recipe. It's fine. So, I'll save those guys for later. Now, salt and pepper. Right in like that. You can look through them. I usually have, honestly, all these years of cooking dry beans, I have never found a rock. I know there are people out there that have. I haven't. I guess I just go through them and look at them really quick. I don't see anything. It's just a few of them in there, so I can pretty much see. Everything looks copacetic to me. So, I'm going to add a little more black pepper. And I'm going to add some Himalayan salt. I got this at Dollar Tree, y'all. It's just Dollar Tree. I'll add a little bit of that in there. So that's my salt and my pepper, my freebies. And then, of course, I picked up the taco seasoning. And I'm going to add about half of that in there. Only because I'm using half a pound. Right in just like that. There you go. And then I am going to use a freebie today. Remember I said anything you had in your spice cabinet, anything such as that, or anything you even have on hand, you can use as a freebie for yourself. I was going to try and do this recipe without any of that, but I think it needs extra cilantro. And I had this on hand, and the budget, I did the $20 budget, and I could not get any cilantro. It would have put me over the $20 mark. So I had dried. There you go. And then you're just going to cover them completely with water. Several cups of water. I'm going to put this on medium and let it simmer until they're done. Alright, so make sure you keep an eye on your water level. You don't want to scorch your beans. You can cook these in the crock pot, like if you want to cook them and go, and first one thing or the other, you can do that. But I'm home today, so I'm just going to simmer them on the stovetop. And they actually get done a little bit quicker that way, because I don't soak my beans. I know, there's a lot of controversy about soaking beans. I had one grandmother who did, one grandmother who didn't, and we all ate just fine. So just keep an eye on that water level. You can cover them if you choose to. I do not. So I'll be back in 2 seconds when these are done. I forgot something. Why didn't you remind me? You're supposed to help me out here. So half of that onion, or part of that onion. So we're gonna take that and chop it up and throw it in those beans. I really thought y'all had my back. In they go. And you can customize that. You can add, you know, less onion, more onion, whatever you got left of the onion. It's entirely up to you. Or you can leave it out. However much you want. I'm just going to go over here at the breast meat and take a big old hunk off of it. And then this carcass is for tomorrow night. So let me try to trim this off without cutting my fingers off. I've cut them before. Alright, so I trimmed up that lime I got. There's a piece there. I'm just going to show you my bowl. And now I've got the chicken back here in a skillet with a little bit of olive oil. Because, you know, olive oil is a freebie, or any kind of oil that you use is a freebie. Or you can use butter, or you can heat it up in water too. Really, you can. So I'm going to remove that. We're going to trim up this avocado so that we both have a little bit. I'll show you how to put this bowl together. Let's add some of that salsa that we got there. Made a mess. Some cheese. See, that's a big bowl of food, y'all. It truly is. The avocado, which of course is optional if you don't like avocado. And then there's the lime. And some of that freebie cilantro that I used earlier for the beans. And that's it. That is dinner number 2. You cannot say that doesn't look good. Unless, of course, you don't like avocado, beans, cheese, or chicken. Then you can say it don't look good.
You said let's jump on the bus and take a ride downtown. Well, I don't know about it.
Alright, so time for dish number 3. I'm going to pick this chicken, well, as much chicken as you want off of it. That's entirely up to you, but I'm going to pick some of this meat off of it and get ready to submerge this carcass into some water and make some chicken and dumplings. Little bitty baby dumplings. This is plenty for us. I'm going to take and submerge the bird into some water with some salt, pepper, some of that onion and celery. I'm going to put this in the fridge. And then I'm actually going to create the water out of this pan. I know how bad that looks. I know. But I'm going to create it from that. I'm going to put some hot water in it. And let me get all my stuff together here. Whew, I made a mess. Rogue chicken leg. Right, so I just put some hot water in that pan, get all that flavor out of it. I'm going to do it one more time, and well, at least one more time. So I might add just a little bit of salt right in there. I don't know how salty that's going to be after that bird cooks down. And I'm going to add quite a bit of black pepper because I like it. And then I've got the celery that I've got left over. I'm going to add just a little bit more of that pepper. I got that celery and that onion. So I'm going to cut that up a little bit and put that in there too. Alright, so I took that bottom off and I washed it. I stuck it in there, what you saw. I'm going to stick these back in here. And tomorrow when I'm going through my fridge, I'll prep them up, get them in some water for later on down the road. So let's give it a little stir here. Make sure everything's in there and all happy. Now I've got it on medium because it's going to be a food of love kind of thing. I'm going to let it simmer up probably for a couple of hours. Just keep an eye on your water level. Make sure it don't disappear too much on you. And I'm just going to walk away. Alright, y'all, so I have had this cooking for about 4 hours now, kind of simmering on low. I did not have to replace any of the water. That's good. It's because I pretty much kept the lid on this. I have cooked this down to, I mean, all the flavor. It smells like Thanksgiving in here. So I'm going to go ahead and just get everything out. Make sure you get all the bones out. You know, you can also feel free to wrap everything up in cheesecloth. That'll work. I have done that. I just didn't have any cheesecloth, so I just did it this way. Ooh, we fogging. Alright, I'm going to go in with some all-purpose flour. I eyeball it, but I will have some measurements down below for you. Right in there like that. And then salt, which of course is a freebie. Just add a little bit of salt. And pepper. Gotta have the pepper. Now, if you've got things in your cabinet such as baking powder, I wouldn't recommend. Oh, I can't get this open. Somebody come help me. I removed my fingernails. I can't do anything. So, baking powder, anything such as that, or even if you have, whoa, cat. If you have, what is it I'm trying to say? Self-rising flour. You can use self-rising flour. Just make your dumplings really, really small. Because they will expand. Big time. I'm just going old school like Grandmama did. All-purpose flour, salt, pepper, water. I'm using this freebie here. A little bit of garlic for a little bit of extra added flavor. I actually finished that off. And I'm just going to add some water. Just a little bit at a time until you get it to the consistency that just feels right. It's hard to explain a dumpling. Just till it feels right, y'all. Spread it out to the thickness that you like. It's hard to tell you what to do on a dumpling. Dumplings are extremely personal, if you ask me. Flip this guy one more time here. Oh, I tore it, but you know what? It'll be all right. You can use a rolling pin to get it really, really thin, which would be like North Carolina's pastry, chicken and pastry. I'm going for a little bit thicker. And then you just cut them to the size that you want, as many as you want. You can double the recipe. I didn't use the rolling pin. A lot of times I will. I didn't use it today because I didn't want to wash it. So I've turned the heat back up. If you hear somebody yelling in the background, I promise you nobody's being held captive. It's a cockatoo. She's pretty loud. I keep the water moving when I add my dumplings. Just like so. You don't want them to stick to each other. So just, like I said, keep that moving. It smells like Thanksgiving. It's amazing. Well, it's what was in that chicken, obviously. I mean, but wow, it smells so good. I'm going to do my best to stay on that $20 budget here. And I'm going to make a flour slurry, just like you would with cornstarch. Just make sure that it is very, very liquidy. Just plain old all-purpose flour and quite a bit of water. Normally I would use cornstarch, but I am trying really, 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 really hard to stay in that $20. Other add-ins for this would be rice. You can add rice to chicken and dumplings. It's perfectly legal. And cream of chicken soup, cream of celery soup. I mean, if you wanted to go 50 cents over budget, you can get great value cream of chicken soup. Trust me, it's fine. Butter. You can add butter. Almost everybody has butter. And I ain't going to fib. I might add a little butter. I might. Then I'm going to add that chicken that I picked. The sky's the limit. If you've got like a bag of frozen peas and carrots, add those. Add extra celery. I mean, all of that. But there's my thickener. Very watery. You don't want it thick at all, because if you make it thick, it's just another dumpling. Alright, so you see they're starting to float here. I've actually took the temperature up a little bit. I'm going to add that slurry right in there just like that. And then let it, stir it for at least 5 minutes. Just be gentle and enjoy it and take your time. Reflect on life. And just make sure you keep stirring that. Just for a few minutes. Alright, because I used a flour slurry instead of a cornstarch one. I am going to add some more salt. Quite a bit. More than you ever see me use. Because that flour is going to take over just a little bit. I'm going to add some more pepper, because we like a lot of pepper in our chicken and dumplings. And then just give it another stir. I'm going to turn the heat back down. Put the chicken in. And I'm going to let it sit on about medium-low for about 30 minutes to an hour before we eat it. You want everything to just get happy. Alright, so here's that chicken. Put that back in there. Dump the bag in. I don't know why I'm trying to make it pretty. Just dump the bag in. Give it a good stir. Lid on. And we'll be back in just 1 second. Alright, y'all, that turned out absolutely amazing. I'm so proud of myself. Number one, I stayed on that $20 budget. I did not cheat. All I did was use some of the freebies that I already had here, which I said in the beginning, that is perfectly, well, legal, for lack of a better word. So make sure that you try out these recipes. Let me know. Shoot some pictures of it. Send it to me on Instagram. The link is down below. I would love to see what y'all come up with. If you like videos like this and you want to see more videos like this, I am really on board to try it. I had the most fun making this video that I have had in a long, long, long time. So make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and just stick around for all the crazy that is us. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take care, my friends, and may God bless you.